Winning Blueprint presents.
5 minutes or less.
Had so much success with it before, I'm back with it again. 5-minute or less series, this time scheduled release 5-minute or less series. Welcome, I'm your host Lou. Thank you for joining me, and I'm here with the Atlanta Falcons. Got 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get started. So you look at primetime. That's always first for me. I always look at the primetime matchups. We're talking about an elite team in the NFC in the Atlanta Falcons. So you know right off the bat, this is going to be a team that sees the primetime market plenty of times. And you look at the schedule, what do you know? 5 games on primetime. That's to be expected. You look at Thursday Night Football, Week 12, home for New Orleans. That's a big game. The Saints were the first team to clip your wings last year. You want to exact a measure of revenge. And also, Drew Brees has his commander-in-chief back at the controls in Sean Payton. They're looking to take this division back. If you are the Atlanta Falcons, you have to tell them, hey, your day is done. Your reign is over. It's our division now. You have to show them that's a perfect opportunity to do so on a big stage, on a big platform. You look at Week 4 versus the New England Patriots. You're at home on Sunday Night Football. That's a huge game. Could be a Super Bowl preview. Who knows? You look at Week 14 at Green Bay. That's a tough matchup. That's a big game. You're going to Green Bay. This is a team that is looking to get back into the big time in the NFC. You got to show them that their show is done and that you are the alpha male in the NFC. That's going to be a huge matchup. Look at Monday night now. Those were 2 Sunday night games. This is a Monday night matchup. Week 5 versus the Jets. So you're at home, have the Jets on Monday Night Football. Take care of business. You look at Week 16 at San Francisco. Another huge matchup. This is a team that put you out of the playoffs last year. So this is your chance to get a measure of revenge, 1, and 2, show them that, hey, you're not better than us and you're not taking over this thing. We've paid our dues just like you have, and we're ready to take that next step and get to the Super Bowl and try to win it. You look at divisional games. New Orleans, Week 12. Talked about that. That's the Thursday Night Football matchup. That should be a lot of fun. Week 1, you're at New Orleans right off the bat. And I think that's a huge matchup. This sets the tone for the division. You want to show them that they're not getting their division back. Here's an easy opportunity for you to do so. Go into New Orleans, Week 1, lay the hammer down and come out with the W. Carolina, Week 17, you're at home. That's a great matchup for you at home. Not in the sense of, hey, we should be able to win this game, but you're at home Week 17. In case this thing comes down to the wire and you got to win this division or get into the postseason at the end of the year, last game of the season, you're at home for Carolina. You feel good being at home. That's a great thing. Week 9, you're at Carolina. You struggled with the Panthers last year. They should have beat you in Atlanta. They did beat you when they were in Carolina. You got to find a way to take the Carolina Panthers out. And if you could do so twice, but you got to have it at least once, take care of the home one. This one on the road in Week 9 is going to be tough. We'll see what you do. Tampa Bay, Week 7. You're at home. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came into Atlanta and beat you last year. And so even though it's the last game of the season, you wanted that game. You tried to win and you lost. Got to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look at Week 11, you got to go to Tampa Bay. Again, you struggled with Tampa Bay. They had you on the ropes. You played a little rope-a-dope in Tampa Bay, but you found a way to win. That's going to be a tough matchup. Find a way to get it done in the division. Anomalies. To me, an anomaly is any scheduling quirk that sees you play 3 or more games straight on the road or at home, 3 out of 4 on the road or at home, or 4 out of 5 on the road or at home. It's rare to get 4 out of 5, but some teams have that. Looking at the schedule of the Atlanta Falcons, they have a home and an away anomaly. You look at the scheduling, 3 out of 4 for both. 3 out of 4 home anomaly looks like this. Week 2, St. Louis. Week 4, New England. Week 5, Jets. So you're at home for all those matchups early in the season. Weeks 2 through 5, got a 3 out of 4 at home. That should be great. Take care of business when you're at home. This one is tough, though. 3 out of 4 later on in the season. An away anomaly. 3 out of 4, Week 11 at Tampa Bay. Week 13 at Buffalo. Week 14 at Green Bay. Another tough stretch toward the end of the season. Got to weather that storm, find a way to get some of those games and keep it moving. You look at your bye week. Week 6. That's a kind of early bye, but again, you don't have any say-so in this. You take the bye, you keep it moving, but that's kind of early if you ask me. You look at circle on the calendar games. To me, coatsy. I call it coatsy. Circle on the calendar games. You have 3 of them. At San Francisco, Week 16. That's huge because they put you out of the postseason last year. You want some revenge, time to go and get it. You look at Week 1, right out the gate for me. New Orleans. At New Orleans. You got to send a message to these guys. They want the division back. They think they own you. You have to show them that they own no one in this division. Week 12, New Orleans again. You want this division, you got to go through the Saints. You know that. I know that. They know that. You got to take care of business against the Saints. For me, timeout. Every team has a timeout on their schedule. First and foremost, you're a 5-star team. And there are only 9 of them in the league. And what I mean by 5-star team, you have the maximum allotment of primetime games at 5. If you have 5, you're a 5-star team. You have 5, you're a 5-star team. On the road against the creme de la creme in the NFC, that's another timeout for me. As I take a look at that, I say, wow, you're on the road at Green Bay, at New Orleans, at San Francisco. That's tough sledding. That's tough football. But tough football makes and molds and shapes champions. You go and get 2 out of 3 of those, that's respect, my friend. And so that's the Atlanta Falcons schedule release in 5 minutes or less.
5 minutes or less.